For listeners' discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. Until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Moni. And are you ready for tonight's show? Are you really ready for tonight's show? Let me clear off this screen right quick. You know, we always love to start out with our guy, Anthony Frazier, right? We love those vibrations. Look, he's been with us for a very, very, very long time, starting out and ending our show. So we appreciate him. So make sure and go check him out on all the music outlets, all right? Because he does get some cha-ching royalties for that. So we want to make sure and show him some support. As you see scrolling across the screen, and as you've been seeing on all of my social media and everything, we have a pioneer in the building, honey, a master at her art. Okay, just be prepared to just be amazed and to hear so much information that, look, we're not waiting until 7:15, 7:20 to bring her on. I'm going to be bringing her on real soon. I'm going to let you know right quick. Right quick, I'm going to throw up here. Let me change some things around and make sure that you remember, you see that logo right over there. You see that right there, right? That is Niche Audio and Productions, all right? For all your audio, whether it's home, auto, whatever it is, or film production needs. You want to check them out. Whenever you think of those things, you think of Niche Auto. Okay. All right, guys. Look, we're going to go ahead and bring our guest in. I'm going to look down there. Are you ready to come on in, Miss Arlette? You ready to come on in? She is fired up and ready for us. All right. Let me bring her on in. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you, girl?
I am with it and excited. Look, you can't tell me nothing right now. Not one doggone thing can you tell me. I have you in the... Stop playing.
I'm not
Stop.
playing.
You never come to play.
I don't. That's true. That's pretty true.
I've been knowing you a very, very, very long time, since I was a baby in the game. Of course, you were already still a pioneer, all right? And I'm like so honored just to have been able to rub up against you a few times.
Oh,
that was a pleasure in itself. So please introduce yourself to the people tonight.
Well, before I introduce myself, I just want to say, Moni, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. And I just want to thank you for supporting me throughout the time I've been doing events and hanging around Arizona from the time I got here, and you noticed that I was doing some things in Arizona.
Yes, you were.
One of the people who kind of peeked in, looked around, and supported when you could, and I appreciate that. And this
Huh.
whole thing, I am so in awe of this whole setup you have here. This is great. So I just want
Thank you.
thank you for having me. And okay, so I'm Arlette Pender. I am the owner and operator of HAIRLOKS by Arlette Natural Hair Care Salon here in Arizona. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, and I remain a Brooklyn girl. Okay, I don't care where I am, and I'm old I get, I'm gonna be a Brooklyn girl. Okay, I started my career there in Brooklyn. I've been in this hair industry since I was 12.
Mm.
I'll just say that, since I was 12. So it's been a long time. It's something that I really love. And the hair industry has helped me branch out into other endeavors that I love and that I'm very passionate about.
So now you branched out to film.
I did. I didn't actually branch out to film. Like, I didn't look for film. Film found me.
Hello. Okay.
Just to, I just want to say, so that whole film thing is, I have to attest that to number one, God, and then integrity, and
Mhm.
also treating people right, because that whole film thing, people were talking about me in rooms and I didn't even know that I was being spoken about. Like, I just
Someone's always watching.
somebody is always watching. So guys, if you out there in any aspect that you live your life, make sure that you do it with integrity, because people are watching, good and bad.
That's right. And they're talking good and bad.
Talking good and bad. So I did do film, thank God. 2 years I lived in Canada. I did a Canadian show called Pretty Hard Cases. It is now airing on Amazon. I did Pretty Hard Cases season 2 and season 3, and I was a personal hairstylist for Adrian Seymour. Who
Say it again, please.
Adrian? Say what again?
What you just said, you were a personal
I
what?
was a personal hairstylist for Adrian Seymour, she is known for The New Black, played Black City. I was her personal hairstylist, which meant they flew me to Canada just to do her hair only. All right. So I didn't touch anybody else's hair on the set. I was just there to do her hair. And Adrienne happens to wear her hair natural. I don't think she happens to wear she intentionally wears her hair natural. Oh my goodness. Oh, Moni, you so good. Yes. I'm so proud of you. That's so good. That was it. That was it. All of those people are dope. I mean, they were great on set. I thought I was ready. I wasn't quite as ready as I thought I was, because film is pretty difficult, you know. But
It's a
yeah,
beast of its own for sure.
Say that again.
It's a beast of its own. Film is.
It has its own culture. It has its own culture. But that was season 3. So I did 2 seasons. I did season 2 and season 3. And yeah, it was very interesting, but it was rewarding. It was a learning process for me, because I had to listen to people since I was 12, I designed my own life. So it wasn't really easy for me to listen to like a corporate layout. And I had to learn so much, because it wasn't about just me. It was about a crew. I was on the crew.
Absolutely. Team playing is essential.
Is essential. And I was even there, and it was my first time actually doing film. It's not my first time being on sets and things like that, because I did plenty of videos in my career. But film is a whole nother animal. And people were doing their job, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're so good at this. Like, and they was like, no, Arlette, it's us. It's not just me. You know, so I had to, they taught me not to single out. They never felt like it was about them. You know, it was about us. We were a crew, and one couldn't do what we were doing without the other. So it was very interesting.
So, and I want to pause right there, because that's a life lesson that I don't want people to miss, because that's in the film industry, and that was a great crew. Let me just say that was a great crew to have that type of philosophy all the way through. But that's a life lesson for every genre right there.
That's true.
That really team type of thing, and that it's not me, it's us. What I do affects what you do, what they do affects what I do, and knowing that consciously. So if we had more of that and people conscious of it, boy, would things be different.
Right, because and of course I was in Canada, and I was an American. Like Adrian and myself were the only two Americans on the set.
Really?
Yes. And Canadians are Canadians. It would be the same thing like if it was our set and a Canadian came on our set as this special person in the hair and makeup trailer to do a specialty textured hair set knowledge, being very knowledgeable about hair, natural specifically. And it wasn't that there were no hairstylists in Canada, black, white, or in any race. It was a specialty that Adrienne wanted and she needed to do her job and to be comfortable. And Canada, that time point, their union didn't have anybody in their union to represent or to do
what you could do.
Right. So at her agent actually talk and then get her a personal, and she had me in mind. I didn't know until a month or two before they started shooting in Canada. She told me like February 16th, and we were shooting in May, but it was 2021, so Canada was also closed at the time
with COVID.
So I had to be, what do you call it? What
on standby?
Not standby. What were we?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. Thank
there
you.
We go.
We were quarantined for 14 days.
Yes.
So I had to go there in April, but Moni, I didn't even have a passport.
Okay. See,
I had to get a passport, and it was an amazing, it was a God experience, because I kept on saying she was worried, and she was like, "Oh, like, why you don't have a passport?" I was like, "Don't worry about it, I'm coming. Don't worry about it, I'm coming." And she was like, "I'm scared because there's nobody else." I said, "Don't worry about it, Adrienne, I'm coming."
She got to have the hair right, honey.
She needed to have that hair right, and she didn't understand how I was so confident when all of the agencies to get a passport was closed, and all of them didn't. When they did open, they didn't have appointments. So
see, I would have been a little nervous too. I'm gonna keep it 100. I would have been a little nervous.
So I had to sleep with my computer and keep refreshing for the travel center in Tucson to come up with an appointment, and I found one. By the grace of God, child, God is real. By the grace of God, I found an appointment. Then I had to get a flight, because in order to get an expedited,
you have to have a ticket.
You got to have a ticket. So I had to buy a ticket, and then I had to drive to
Tucson
with my scary driving behind.
Oh goodness!
I left early in the morning, got there and they did not want to give me a passport because I didn't have a birth certificate with a raised seal.
Oh,
My birth certificate was old. So
before they start raising seals, huh?
But I said, I was like, look at the date. Like, they wasn't raising seals. Like, that was my
Right.
So I kept telling them, I had my little deal memo and everything. And I was like, you see this? I have a job in Canada. It's the pandemic and I have a job. I'm going. So you guys got to do whatever y'all could do. Mind you, that's a federal agency. You ain't really supposed to be
Threatening.
Right.
But you let them know I wasn't leaving without a passport.
Leaving without a passport. So they talked to the supervisor. The supervisor said they were going to give me one for 1 year. It didn't matter to me. Just give me a passport. I went and I waited. And when I came back, they said, here's your 10-year passport. And everybody in the travel center clapped. And I was like, and they said, go to Canada, be great, do good. And
man.
And I showed Adrian, I was like, I'm on my way. And
that's when plans are being made in another place that you ain't gonna be able to stop.
Can't stop. So that's why I always say, even to my children, like when God gives you a skill, a thought, an idea, and a possibility, ability, follow it, because it's given to you for a reason. You may not know where it's going to take you. It may not seem that it's going to take you as far as it has, or it does, or it will, but it will. It really will. I'm a witness to that. Some of the stuff that happens to me, Moni, I don't even know where it came from. I be like,
you know where it came from. Stop playing.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's not my doing. Right. But all I can say is thank you, Father God. You sure look out for your girl. And so I went on to Canada, and I thought I knew what was going on, and I didn't know how to read a call sheet. I didn't know how to do anything. I felt like Alice in Wonderland, but I had to learn quickly. I had to ask a lot of questions. I had to be gracious, with my ornery behind.
Know thyself.
No, I know. And it was a great experience. It was a great experience. I was shell shocked for most of the time. Actually, I was really shell shocked. It turned out great. It was hard. I was there for 5.5 months in the first time. And then season 3, I was there for 4 months. Now, when you're personal and they fly you out to do this, they take care of you. They take care of your room and board. They give you a car. You get a per diem. You get paid for your kit. You get paid. They pay for your food. They pay for your expenses. And they pay for your gas. So everything was paid for, and I still got paid my rate, the rate that I wanted, because I got to negotiate. Yeah, it was interesting. Thank God, though. I missed it this year.
You say you missed it now? You missed it now?
Because I complained the whole time. I'm an American girl. I was looking for Black people. They talk about it was girl. I was looking for Black people. And I wanted American Black people, and there was none.
Let them know. Let them know. Now, I will say this with film. Now, that the deal that you got was superb. Okay, they are not all that lucrative. Let me look right in the camera. They are not all that well put together. So don't walk on your first set thinking you're gonna be a Miss Arlette and get your feelings hurt. Okay, don't do that. Just make sure and try and work your deal as well as that. Now you know what you can possibly get. So we don't want to get nobody kicked off set talking about, well, Miss Arlette, when she first got, she had don't get it twisted.
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
You're
so
right.
Now we want to talk about also, because you have so many facets, so many amazing facets to your business. And so you're talking about kudos to me. Look, kudos to you, because they aren't just kind of blowing in the wind. They are solid foundation. Like, you have some major stuff going on. And several different directions. So now when we go to your, they're all yours. HAIRLOKS by Arlette, natural hair care. Talking about your salon, and then I have the website up on the screen. Let me go back to the homepage of it. So, and I was scrolling through it while you were talking. So guys, when you go check out her website, okay, for one, you're going to see her. You're going to see all of her amazing work, her hours of operation. You can book services. She tells you all the different services, which I'm sure there are more than this. I'm just going to say that. And then I know on the website already that you have some more things coming.
I do. I just want to say my website was built by Tiny Fox Creative. She is a graphic designer and she is amazing. She did my website and she does everything you see, brand identity. She does everything for me that is posted online. Again, that is Tiny Fox Creative. And I just got to shout her out. I just want to know that everything I post on any of my social media platforms is work that I have done with my own two hands. I do not post anybody else's work. So everything that you see, everything that I post, I do with my own two hands. So
now they know. Now they know. Okay. So now on the website, and I'll back up so you guys can see how I got here. So if you go to the bottom of the website under customer care right here, you'll see natural hair care tips. And there are just a few of them that I want to go over because I'm in the hair game and all of that. And I was shocked with some of these myself. And I figured, if I possibly was not aware, then maybe some of the other people out here shampoo your hair in the shower. Okay, now again, people, this is natural hair. Okay, this is natural hair because Black folks get around and say, "What is she talking about? I'm not getting my hair wet and I'm not doing it in the shower." So now, explain to them briefly the key benefit of shampooing your hair in the shower.
Well, the shampoo your hair in the shower, the key benefit of that is to get your hair actually saturated. You should not be applying any kind of shampoo or anything to your hair strands or your scalp if it's not saturated. Once it's saturated, that means that your cuticles are open and your hair is ready to accept the product.
Ready to receive. Yes.
So receive it.
Number 4 is let curls clump together. Now, what does that mean?
Well, usually that means when you're adding a product, like most people are now wearing wash and goes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you add product to your soaking wet hair, you don't towel dry before you add a product to your soaking wet hair. If you're going to have a wash and go, it has to be soaking wet. You don't towel dry before you condition either. You condition when your hair is soaking wet for the same reason as I said earlier, that the cuticles of the hair is just like the pores of your skin have to be open, right? So they have to be open so that if you look at a hair strand, it has it looks like scales, right? And when you put your hair under hot water, the scales open, just like your pores. When you steam, it opens your pores and it's ready to receive.
Yes.
Ready to receive. So when the pores are open, or the cuticle is what you call it, when the cuticle of the hair strands is open, then it's easier to cleanse and it's easier to receive a product, right? So while your cuticles are open, that's when you condition, because you're going to get girl, you are amazing. Look at you. Anyway, that's when your hair receives the product and the benefits of the product that you are using, providing you are using a good product. That's a whole nother.
Exactly. We're going to go over that.
So when you're going to do a wash and go, it's best to add the product, the curl definer or whatever, when it's soaking wet, and then you allow your curls to clump together so that you could get the true definition of
You let them do their thing.
You let them do their thing. They're going to do their thing. And there's nothing aside from a relaxer that's going to alter hair from doing its thing. If it's in its natural state, it's going to do its natural thing. You can't do more to it. A product is not going to change the curl pattern that you have. It's just going to define it. So if you're kinkier, you're going to get more springy curls. May not look as I don't know, people like, excuse me, they're like really textures are not going to get curly. Some hair textures are just going to get springy. Some hair textures are going to get a S wave, and some hair textures are going to actually curl. So just know that, so that you're not setting yourself up for disappointment when you're doing. And
for you as a stylist, as a pioneer and a master of this, I got to throw all of those things in there. You do consultations with each one of your prospective clients.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
But no, go ahead.
I don't take clients without a consultation. I don't. I need to.
She put that in a very definite way. She stated the same thing, but differently, so you really could understand. She ain't doing it unless she do a consultation.
My professionalism is, I'm supposed to give my clients the best that I have to offer. And the only way I can do that is to know what they're doing or not doing, or what's happening with their hair, or what's not happening with their hair. You know, I need to know lifestyle. I need to know technique, what they do. I ask a lot of questions in my conversation. And and I want my clients to be very honest, because there's so much information on the internet, and sometimes it's not good for everyone, you know, and I want them to understand why their hair is in the state that it's in before they come to me. Another thing I won't do anything to my clients' hair that's going to compromise the integrity of their hair. If you got 3 strands on the dome and you trying to get me to put a crochet in there, like, it's not likely to happen.
Not happen.
No, I'm kidding. But with the whole idea is to help my clients to reach their hair care goals, right? And I can't do it if I'm going to be installing hair that will most likely take it out. So I'm very, very.
You're stern about it.
I'm stern about it, you know. And not only that, consultations also allow you to align with your hairstylist. It's like an interview, right? So you want to know if the energies mix. You don't want just any your hair in your, just on top of your hair where it's closest to your brain, where it's, you know, it has your style.
It's your crown. It's your crown.
It's everything. And that's even to be next to someone. You don't want to be next to someone that's negative or don't have good energy, that you feel like, oh, I know she's going to do a good job, but I just don't feel good going there. So consultations alleviate all of that. Not only you get to find out information that you need as a client. You need to know some things, so you get to ask all the questions that you want to ask, and I get to answer them, and then I get to ask all the questions that I need to ask, and you get to answer them, and then that creates a great union. And
absolutely,
retention. Most of my clients have been with me for a long time, until I went to Canada.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. What you're speaking, the things that you're laying down, this isn't for fly by night. Now, I'm sure you have some clients that come just get a style and go on or whatever. However, the demo that you're laying down, the foundation you're putting down, is for longevity with your clients, is to make sure that you are going to be able to do something great with their crown. and then have them educated to do it too. And now you have My Hair is Beautiful nonprofit organization. Look at the smile coming on our faces, you guys.
That's my baby.
I could tell. Go ahead.
Okay, so My Hair is Beautiful. I started that in 2011. I initially, I'm gonna be very transparent. Initially, it was I wanted a shirt. I wanted a shirt that say My Hair is Beautiful because I wanted to sell shirts that said My Hair is Beautiful. And I went to a Black Expo in Phoenix, and I had these shirts, and I think the first day of the expo, they had it for high school kids. And the teacher was like, "What is this? Is this a program or something like that?" And I just looked at her and I said, "Yes." No idea. Had no idea. And then she said, so I said, "Well, what we're doing here is we're trying to find some young girls who want to model hairstyles and everything." And long story short, when that idea came into my head, I met this woman at the same expo. Her name is Cometta Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just walking past her and she said, "Come here for a minute. Tell me about you." And I was like, "What?" You know, I'm a Brooklyn girl. I was like, "What?" You know, like, I'm sharing my business, right? So I sat there and she said, "You just look interesting. Just tell me about you."
Mm-hmm.
And so I told her about me, and she said, "Well, what are you doing here?" And I had taken the idea of My Hair is Beautiful being a workshop and a program. And I said, "Well, I'm getting ready to start this program called My Hair is Beautiful." And she reached in her purse and she gave me $5. And she said, "This is the only cash I have on me. I'm going to give you this $5 to sew into this idea that you have." I still have $5.
It doesn't always require, $1 million, because that $5 wasn't just the $5. It was somebody giving you an extra push and saying, "I believe."
I went home that night. I at that time, I had Deshauna Johnson, who was my mentee. She now owns her own salon called Free Expressions. Not to plug anybody else, but
That's okay.
Good. You know what I mean? She was my mentee, and we went home. We took our table and everything, and we went home. And I was looking online, and I saw on Facebook that Mary J. Blige Center for Women in Rochester, New York, was accepting programs. And Mary J. is everything. Mary J. and Gladys Knight. Those are my two favorite male artists, right? And I was like, "Mary J. Blige Center." I want to meet her. I was like, "Mary J. Blige Center." I called her and I was like, "Hey, I have this workshop, this program, and I want to give this program in the facility." I had to fly to New York and they accepted it. And I flew to New York every month to mentor 15 girls.
Wow.
One month I flew there, no money, it all came out of my pocket. So My Hair is Beautiful is a passion project. It started in 2011. I've been giving it ever since in Phoenix for free for the young girls out of my pocket. That's one of the things you sold into and you support for the swag bags. Now it is one of my colleagues had gifted the application for it to be a nonprofit last year.
That's beautiful.
It's now a nonprofit. And again, Amy from Tiny Fox Creative, she designs it. And I'm giving it the first one to 24, February 4th, 2024.
There she is right there on the screen.
That's Amy, yeah, Tiny Fox. She did all my design. You see my screens on oh my God, you see the silhouette on the door? Oh
yes, look at that. I didn't even notice that before. Okay.
She's so dope. So yeah, I recently, so You see, it's called Living the Dream. So all of the children
Just
that
wait.
previously,
Put your hand in the way.
huh?
Oh no, Toy is here, and so I told her put her hand in and wave. She won't
Where's the
come on
camera?
camera right there.
Hi. So all the young girls who previously participated in My Hair is Beautiful, who had dreams of becoming jewelry makers, makeup artists, hairstylists, fashion models, they are now 14, 10, 11, 14, 13, and they're coming back as junior mentors to mentor the girls. So My Hair is Beautiful is targeted to young girls between the ages of 8 and 16. We inspire, educate, and empower them to follow their dreams, create careers for themselves, and to love themselves by what they see in the mirror. So it's not all about hair, but it's like a holistic approach to making young girls feel very confident, and to also help them, educate and empower them to be entrepreneurs, that they can design their
I'm
life.
over here with chills.
Huh?
I'm over here with chills
You
because,
so that you can see it. You can see
huh?
it. You
Yeah,
should
well,
come.
well, let me know. Let me
I
know
will.
and see if I can get that on the calendar. So now I'm on your Instagram now. I'm flying all over the place. And right here, you guys, you can check out the Instagram. And it is Ziana. Is that how you pronounce her name? So you'll see a post on here that says meet our junior mentor, which is what Miss Arlette was just talking about. And on here, it talks about, she's like, I'm from Arizona. She's 16 years old. I attended my MHIB when I was 7 years old,
right.
guys. 7 years old. Now, this young lady she's a sophomore in high school now. I've been focusing on my grades, doing nails, hair, and modeling. So I've been doing nails for about a year, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. I hope to make a career out of it and teach others how to do it. I've also been doing hair since I was little, but I learned how to braid on the scalp around 2 years old. Wow. It started with me and my friend daring each other to learn how to braid before the other. That's all it takes, a little bit of that. Said they looked rough at first, but with enough practice, I could braid on the scalp and started doing my own with my hair, such as patterns, issuing weave, and even doing other people's hair, which I also hope to make a career out of. Look at here.
That's right.
Well spoken.
And I think we have 7 junior mentors. This workshop, again, it's February 4th, 2024. It's 155 Hibbert Street in Mesa. And we're sold out. All of the young girls, our seats are all sold out. So we're not accepting more girls. Girl, we're getting sponsored by Pattern Beauty. We're getting sponsored by Evolving Textures, like anything. This is amazing. Those are some of the girls.
And I saw the Sister Sledge up there too, honey.
Well, Sister Sledge, I do their hair. So they're my
I like the way she just said that, I do their hair.
I do their hair.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. So My Hair is Beautiful is thriving. We just received a grant from, let me know. I gotta do what you doing. Hold on. Nobody's name wrong. Hold on.
Take your time, you guys. So we want to make sure that you go and support her different pages she has here, because when I say she has a lot going on for the people, she has a lot going on for the people. And during this time, you want to help support something that you can see is not just, one-dimensional. This is like 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional. I don't know how many dimensions to give to it, but as you can see with the young lady's statement in there, that's just one person. That's just one junior mentor. She has more. From 7 years old, she's 16 now. She's 16 now, and she's looking at being prepared already for a career. She has a trade. I call them tools in your tool belt, where you can move around. One thing ain't working, you can go on to the other. And that young lady mentioned at least 3 different things, at least 3. Being an adult, we know just what the things that she says she can do. She can parlay that into so much more. She can be an educator. She can do so much more, so much more. So these are the type of organizations that you guys really do need to come out and support. whether it is financially, whether it is with in-kind type donations, signing people up, whatever it is. Again, you want to get in touch with Miss Arlette to find out exactly what it is that you can do. So now what I am doing is throwing out here, and it'll be showing up in a second. There's a place for you to donate. And you can go to Going Down on the Mic Facebook page. And I did a post before the show with the link where you guys can go and donate to this amazing organization and help support what she's doing and support these young ladies that she is churning out to be the next generation of creators and creatives. So make sure you do that. Go on over there to Going Down on the Mic Facebook, and there'll be a link for the PayPal to donate to this organization that you can just click right on. All right.
And if your donation is over $250, you can write it off in taxes. We were just granted some money from the African American Women's Giving Empowerment Circle. I had to write a grant for the first time, and I knew nothing about writing a grant. And I had 3 days to submit it.
Whoa.
And no idea what we were doing. And again, God prevailed and gave us this grant, because what we want to do is keep this workshop free for young girls.
Right.
And I started it is not only because of the shirt and things like that, but in Arizona, most of our African American Black girls, they don't see themselves in schools.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
To at least create a culture so that they can see and they can fellowship, they can meet each other, and that they could ask questions and tell stories around their hair and what they look like, and be encouraged to show up in the world the way they want to. Now, My Hair is Beautiful, we cater to the girls, but we don't do anything without the parents being present.
Okay.
Parents have to be present, because we ain't pouring into no girls without their parents hearing what we're saying to them. We want
this ain't daycare.
and we want to have a safe space for
Right.
and young girls. This workshop is going to be dope. I mean, anybody, adults can come and view it. If you want to be a volunteer, I'll gladly have you. Just hit me up on myhairisbeautiful@yahoo.com. And not only that, if you want to donate, you can also go to the link that Moni is providing for you, or myhairisbeautiful.org, the website. We are a bona fide nonprofit organization. I'm so proud of that.
I look, I was getting ready to say, look at that pride on her face.
I'm proud of it, because I'm a community person. Like, I'm here for, and I love to uplift women, but I want to start with children. I want to start with the young people, because once our kids, they compete globally. And if they're confident in themselves, then nobody could shoot them down. We have Camille Sledge. She does the walk of confidence, where they have to walk down the runway to get their swag bags. Every girl who is registered will get a swag bag full of a whole lot of stuff. Moni knows, because you saw it on Facebook one day, and you was like,
Yes.
"They really doing this?" They get deodorant, they get hand sanitizer.
Tables were full. The tables were full.
Tables are full. I'm not playing. These kids are really benefiting. This is a great opportunity. I just want the.
Let's see, we lost your audio on your side. There you go.
Yeah, because you know what, I forgot to put it on airplane mode.
It's okay.
And I also have a product line.
Yes, let's get back over to that right there. I wanted to put Camille Sledge, her statement up there for you right quick, but let's get back over to your product line. Switch over to that. So this website, because I'm telling you, she has a lot going on now. She has so much for you that I don't think there's anything they could think about that you don't have. And when they go over to that website on your shop.hairloksbyarlette.com, they'll find all your products in one place. Not that they can't get to them from your other sites. However, you have an actual site that is dedicated to it with hair products, not only hair products, but look, is that a candle?
Yeah, I got a candle. That's what I was using to support the My Hair is Beautiful program, the candle. That's one of the ways I raised money after a while. But my product line is an all natural product. Actually, this is the beta packaging.
Okay.
Use this packaging just to make sure that the product's sold. I formulated this product myself. I worked with a chemist. It's not what they call, I forgot what they call it. It's not pre-made. I picked all of the ingredients and I made sure that it was beneficial for hair. It softens the hair, it cleanses the hair, it calms down scalp issues,
Oh,
flaking, dryness. It hydrates, it moisturizes, and it seals. It is amazing. I did it on my I tested it on my own daughter who has thick, kinky, coarse hair that was
okay.
hard to get through. And this product, my Moisture Mist, is a detangler. The leave-in conditioner is also a detangler. Everything is all natural. It's also a lotion for your body. It is just amazing.
Stop. You're
And
not going to just fly past that. What's a lotion for your body
all
also?
the products you can use on your body,
All of them?
all of them. All of
Wow.
all of them.
And I know some of you are just listening to us and you aren't able to see the screen, but definitely go back and go to our YouTube page and check out the actual video, because not only to see the products and to see what's on the screen as far as the websites and social media, I need you to see Miss Arlette's face, because she is not playing any games. I said all of them. She said all of them. Pick one.
I use
All of them.
feet. I use the Moisture Mist on my arms. Let me be a little ashy as I am sometimes. And I get that Moisture Mist and spray it and put it on my skin, and it makes the skin soft. It's all natural.
Does it have a nice smell to it too?
It's an amazing smell, an amazing scent. So we're repackaging them. I rebranded them. Amy did not do this packaging, but Amy did the packaging that's coming, like on that.
Okay.
Showed it. It was a black. We have black, gold, and white labels now, black jars. So everything is being rebranded and redesigned and everything for you guys. After I formulated the product in 2019. So it works. We have tested it. We have beta sold it. It sells. My clients are happy with it. And yeah, I use it in my salon. That's the only product that I use, aside from if my clients have seborrheic dermatitis.
Mm-hmm.
That is an autoimmune disease. If you have it, go to a dermatologist. Do not let any hairstylist tell you that they can get rid of it. What they can do is get rid of the flakes off your scalp, but they cannot cure it. Okay? It is something that's in your body that you have to change your lifestyle and your eating. It is an autoimmune disease. It's not contagious, but it's not curable by any means by a product. They have a shampoo that helps, a prescribed shampoo that helps get rid of it, but you have to go see a dermatologist. It is an autoimmune disease. It's almost like eczema.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not something that hairstylists say, if you have this, use my products. That is,
Don't do it.
because every shampoo should clean the scales off of your scalp, but it doesn't cure it.
That's a good point to make. Definitely a good point to make. So now you also have, and I want to make sure I look back here at my screen that I have what's correct up here, and move down. I'm back over to your website, which is scrolling across, or one of your websites, one of your other websites, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And under education and events, you have Curly Locks workshops.
So Curly Locks is, oh my gosh, that one is so old. So I go to the adoption agencies for white women who adopt African American and or African children.
Yes.
I over there to the adoption agencies, and I train them on hair and skin for young black children. Okay. What people don't know is in order for a white person to adopt a black child or ethnic child, they have to have classes to learn how to take care of hair and skin. Yeah.
That's good. Because when I was in beauty school, a lot of times they would bring them in there because the hair would just be matted. It would be matted, which you already are dealing with so many social and emotional and type of and self-esteem issues for that child. And then their hair isn't right or isn't looking the best it could be.
Right.
That adds to it. We've all known someone or seen someone when we were in school with the same thing. I think that is phenomenal.
It
phenomenal.
Is. And I also was giving private classes and they used to come, they loved it. And you know what? The one thing that I saw and that I learned and I witnessed is that when white people adopt black children, they adopt them because they want them.
Right.
They don't adopt them because they're handbags or things that, a lot of black people say when they see that. Or if you see a child who was adopted by a white family and the hair doesn't look good, try and help them.
Yeah.
Make them feel bad because they feel bad anyway. They just want the best for their child, just like us. The thing is, we don't want them to go and slap relaxer on the kids' hair because they still don't know how to take care of that. Right. We want to teach, like I was on a panel and someone asked me, well, why you just don't let them come to you? I said, didn't your mother do your hair? Didn't you sit between your mother's legs? So why can't they should have the same experience from them.
I got chills. I just got chills when you said that.
They should have the same experience because what I know is that black people don't adopt. Those kids stay in the system for a long time. Now, I ain't talking about everybody, okay?
Right. Absolutely.
I'm talking about for the general, people do not adopt black children out of the adoption agencies. They usually age out.
Unfortunately. Absolutely.
So I just wanted to provide a opportunity for black children to get the same experience that we got as children when our mothers did our hair. And the I have pictures. I mean, I used to cry when we gave these workshops because one woman came and her baby was on a feeding tube. And her baby, she was wearing her baby, and her baby had these beautiful black little girl, and she had these little curls, and she was like, I love the curls. I just love them. It's the same response I get when I wear my afro. I cannot wear this afro, by the way. I would not color my hair this color, so this is not my afro, okay? I make wigs, okay? It is my signature. It is.
Let them know.
It is.
Yes.
I did just to get attention and to also bring awareness that it doesn't matter where you live in Arizona or whatever, rock your fro, okay?
Absolutely.
Anyway, I cannot get any peace wherever I go. They always love my fro. And I used to think that they were staring at me, and I used to feel like, why are they staring at me? But everyone will come and love your hair. So, like, we have to get away from some things. We have to remember some things, and we have to change the narrative of who we are.
Say that, yes.
We are as a people, and let them know. No. One lady told me, I got to tell you this story. She said, looks like you put your hand in a plug, a socket, and I said, you are ignorant. I said, that was ignorant. You should know better. And she said, well, what do you mean? I said, is that a compliment? Did you mean that as a compliment? Well, I like it. I said, well, then just say that.
Right.
Some people ask me, is that your hair? I said, is that your scarf? Because why do you need to know?
I like that one. I've given some responses, but I like that
I'm
one.
saying, yeah, you have to educate. You have to
Absolutely.
you have to educate. And sometimes when people are being sarcastic or you feel like they being disrespectful, you should let them know that no, I'm not going to accept that from you. And I will nicely, politely, I won't take that from you. I just,
Right.
and a lot of times people have said, you taught me something. I'm very sorry.
Well, because there's a difference in not knowing the proper thing to say or how to say it and just saying whatever the hell you want to say. And to hell with my feelings or my self-esteem or my heritage or culture. There's a difference. And knowing how to deal with both is essential, I think so. And I'm gonna tell you, when you were just talking about, I'm still sitting here thinking about it with, sitting between your mama's legs and having to comb your hair. Now I'll be 52 in wow, less than a week. And my mom is in Indiana. And so I have been thinking, I'm like, you know what, before, not saying my mom's going to leave earth now, but before I want to go home and, take my faux locks out and everything, go back to my fro and have my mama scratch my head.
Yep.
Like what she did when I was little, like what I would give for my mom to scratch my head. She's still on this earth. I'm like, I need to get on the plane to go have my mama. Now I could come to you. I could go to the lethal loctician that does I could go anywhere to have my head scratched but I want to go have my mama scratch my head.
That is the bond.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bonding moment. Like even when I do my daughter's hair, and I still do for the most part, I have 3 children. I'm the mother of 3 children and 1 granddaughter. My granddaughter is 22. That lets you know that all of my children are grown. Okay, so I still would fly back and forth to do my children's hair because that's our bonding time.
Yeah.
That's when they tell me even how they feel about me sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to hear it, but it is a time where you can speak freely. Like it's a safe space between parents and children. You know what I mean? Even grown children.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you said it, so do it.
Yes, I am going to do it because
I'm about doing it. Make sure that you go and do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me say, I want to know before we get off of here, tell me 2 ways that people can help support you, wherever it is in your organization, wherever it is for you as an individual, as a business owner. What are 2 things that somebody watching this, because the right person is going to watch, just like how you got to Canada and you are now campaigning for that. What can they do to help you get to the next level with something?
Wow. Shoot. I was saying, Moni gonna ask me a question that stumps me. Number one, I will say My Hair is Beautiful. That is a community project. So it won't just help me, it will help others because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to serve. Number 2 is, if you have any question, it's not really about me to support me. I've been doing this since I was 12. Like, I'm here to serve.
But you're the vessel. So if they help you in your organization, they're helping others.
Oh, so in my organization, you can volunteer, you can donate, you can bring your children. I'm really, that's the direction. It started out being a hairstylist, but the direction is God has taken me in the direction to serve the community. So anything that you want to do to help the community, oh my gosh, that's my ebook. Help the community, help me help you guys. That's all. That's
okay.
That's
Go ahead and tell them about A Sweet Business right quick.
So A Sweet Business, when I came to Arizona, I came June 5th, 05, and I was BROKE. All of the money I made doing celebrities in New York, everybody knew that I did hair, I did videos, I was on all kinds of sets, all kinds of celebrities and everything, and I did not spend my money right. I didn't. I ended up broke. And that's what brought me to Arizona, because my family came to New York and I was living in a room with my daughter, and they brought Jewel here to Arizona because my parents live here. That's how
Mhm.
my dad, my biological dad, and his wife, my stepmother. My mother is deceased. But they brought Jewel here and she loved it here. So I was looking for a school for her because I was homeschooling her back home. And I told my parents, I was like, y'all are not raising my child, because they like to raise other people's kids. So I was like, so I found a school. My dad had to bring her back. When she got back to New York, she was like, what am I doing here? Why do we live here? Have you seen Arizona? And I was like, girl, come on. She was like, I don't want to live here. The birds have shitty asses. She was homeschooled. She was reading and everything. I got her in school. She was not happy. She complained. I told her on February 16th, 2005, that we would move to Arizona. She did not complain anymore. I gave away all of the clothes I had. I was living in a room. I brought my son and my daughter to Arizona. June 1st, 05, I had $100 in my pocket. That was it. And I had to give the money to my parents. I got a job at Bed Bath & Beyond. And I said, you know what? This ain't gonna work, because I don't like for nobody to tell me what to do.
Oh, she got to be the boss. So is that what a sweet business is, telling that story from here to there?
Got a suite in Signature Salon Studios in Scottsdale, Arizona. That's where it all started. And I built a sweet business in a salon suite that nobody knew who I was, how I existed. They didn't know anything about me. And so it was hard to build a clientele here in Arizona, in a place nobody knew who I was. It was a desert. I was in Scottsdale. People told me that I would not survive. And 18 years later,
Hello.
18 years later, I mentored 2 successful stylists, Crown by Mimi and Free Expressions, Deshauna Taylor. I mentored them. I created their clientele. I built their clientele. I got them notarized. I got them published. I got everything. And I built a sweet business on $100. I had no money.
Well, that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. And then you're going to be having a book released also.
One day.
Okay. Okay. Well, she'll be coming back. She'll be coming back to talk to us about when she had the book release.
I have to get everything. It's a lot, because I since moved from Scottsdale. So now the salon is in Chandler, Arizona. I was able to buy a home that had commercial space at the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, so I own my own business. So I am a Black owned business. I'm trying to open up in my salon a marketplace that caters to only Black owned businesses.
Wow.
So I want
that's huge
dollars to stay in our community. Do y'all know Black dollars don't stay out in the Black community, but for less than an hour?
How long? Say it again.
It's less than an hour.
Wow.
It doesn't even stay in our community for a day because we're so busy chasing brands. Me too. I was chasing brands. You know, I got Gucci and Louis Vuitton, but I won't buy it anymore. I won't. I'm only going to support Black people.
Well, you know, it's big to say it, but when you do it, after you say it, that's the part right there.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard. It's not easy, but nothing worth having is going to be easy. Nothing.
Well, you know what? I want to leave them right there with that, because that in itself was a huge statement for them. And let them know where they can find you. Where can they find you? What's the best website for them to find you, just in one sole click?
HAIRLOKS by Arlette.com.
You guys, that's where you're going to need to go find her. Before I let you go, I want to share Let me pull it up right quick. That's something that we always share with our guests before they leave. We share with everyone, but this is one of our platinum sponsors, Get Bodied by Stephanie. And I love, love, love. People know I love when she says this because every guest we have on feels this way too.
Girl, first of all, most entrepreneurs are not rich.
They certainly are not. They certainly are not. But that's why you don't chase the dollars. You know, you be aware of it, but don't chase the dollars. Have your passion. And when that passion is there, then the money is going to come.
You know, I said, God's grace is the bag.
Well,
God's grace. If God is giving you grace,
all the time.
The bag.
All the time. All the time.
The money is the root of all evil.
And that's where you focus.
And when you focus on God and he gives you blessings and you follow, you guys, get in tune. I'm not saying you got to be a religious person. You just have to get up and thank God for everything, because everything that you have while you're living
is a blessing.
Is a blessing. Because when you go, you're going to leave all of this stuff and somebody else going to spend your money.
And take your things. They'll be at Goodwill or the Salvation Army.
Child, please.
So thank you so much for coming on today. We want to leave the people with all of this greatness. And you guys, look, if you're watching live, make sure and subscribe and share. If you're watching the replay, subscribe and share. We will be replaying this on Monday, of course. So you guys come back and enjoy it. Share it with a friend and share it with even somebody you don't like, because we're going to make them prosperous too.
And a master pioneer that I am was awarded to me by my peers. They voted me a master pioneer. That's a whole nother story, but that's
we'll have to have you back on, especially once you get that book together and have those release dates for us. Sally, she said, thank you for coming on the show tonight. Arlette, have a blessed week.
Oh, you too, baby. Thanks for watching. I don't even know who's watching, but guys, thank you so much. Moni, I am very proud of you. And I will be supporting you, and whatever it is that you need from me, just ask me and you got it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Mwah. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
You guys, that's another great showdown. Look, when I told you we had a pioneer coming in the building, y'all must have thought I was playing. She dropped so many platinum nuggets on you. And I want you to go back, look at those links, go to those pages, share that information. Because as she said, it's not even about her. She is just driving the ship. She's steering it. She's making sure it doesn't sink. But ultimately, that's all of us that have to make sure of that. So it has been another great show. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Peace.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibration.